Are you ready now? I'm ready, I'm ready. Extraordinary. You already know. You see, it's multi-dimensional. Are you ready now?
Peace and power, family. You're now multidimensionally tuned into another school of thought. And as you all know, in the school of thought, we always explain phenomena in the most practical way, in the most basic way possible. That's why we have to use the board to write it down so you can take notes. This is a school. You are enrolled into this multidimensional school of thought. Anyways, with that being said, I proceed to the topic of today, fam. Today we'll be talking about the brain, okay, and the astrological relationship or understanding of the brain. So I just titled this topic cranial astrology, okay. As a lot of you know, I posted this a couple days back, and I told you guys that I was going to teach about it in the most basic and the explanatory way possible. So this board is not so spacious enough. Yeah, I know a lot of you told me get a big board. I'm gonna do that, just hold up. But in the course of this topic, I'm going to clean out a lot of things and write some more, and there's some other things I'm going to say that I would not write on the board. So I recommend that you get a paper or a book and a pen to jot down some of this information. All right, this information is something that is very practical and you can relate to. But anyways, let me now start. Now, as you can see, we have two brains. All right, we have two brains, our left brain and our right brain respectively. As you can see, this is my left brain here, is this. This is my right brain here, is this. So what do we understand the left brain and the right brain to be basically? You're like, isn't it a brain? Yeah, it is a brain, but you must understand that if you go back and watch my video about, the brain anatomy, I explain how the left brain, right, speaks more. The left brain is more of your analytical brain, okay? The brain you use to make sense of things and think and do calculations and mathematical, more linear, solutions and things of that nature. On the other hand, the right brain is more of the creative brain, okay? So this is the brain that you use to do things like making sense of things, synchronicities, making sense of things, art, creativity, music, and things of that nature. So they both do not function the same, but they both can function together. And it's very possible to enhance the ability for two of them to function as one. Most people, if you're a right-handed person, right? If you're a right-handed person, you're going to be more of a left brain user, right? If you're a very right-handed active person, if you're a left-handed person, you're going to be more of a right brain user. But anyways, this is just a lot of this was talked about in my previous video about the brain anatomy, you feel me? So I'm not going to be stressing further on that. Today I want to just keep this short and keep this as informative as possible. So now we're talking about the astrological aspects of the brain. Now, as you all know, in astrology we have 12 constellations that we know about, right? 12 constellations from Aries all the way through Pisces. All right, you feel me? So I'm going to be explaining that here in the most literal terms. And now, as you can see in here, right? These 12 constellations can be broken down into 3 individual modalities, which is the cardinal, the fixed, and the mutable. So you must understand that of all the 12 constellations in astrology, each constellation, right, of all the 12 constellations in astrology, each constellation is either a cardinal, fixed, and mutable, so if you combine them, cardinal, fixed, and mutable each, and then 4 parts each, so each is a cardinal, fixed, and mutable allocated to cardinal, fixed, and mutable, and if you multiply them by 4, they give you 12. So you must understand that those 4 aspects from the earth, from these 4 different segments of the brain that I've divided here. You must understand. So in summary, you must understand that there's 12 constellations, and those constellations are divided into 4 quadrants, and those 4 quadrants are respectively divided into cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Cardinal being the initiators, fixed being the builders upon with that which has been initiated, and the people who know how to stand their ground, and the mutable being those who know how to prepare for change. But with all that being said, I will proceed. That is just a food for thought, and I recommend that if you don't know that, I will be speaking a lot of how that has an implication, how that implies to what I'll be speaking about here. Now, so I'm gonna start by saying that you must understand that the brain has these 4 segments because there's 4 basic elements, okay? Most of the things in this universe are very dedicated to numbers. The numbers 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, okay? 7, all right? Those are perfect numbers, okay? So this, you can see there's 4 elements here. The 4 elements because 4 elements, 4 is a how do I put this now? 4 times 3 gives us 12, and then and 4 is a when you break down 12, you can get 4 by breaking down 12 through 3. So it's more or less like a finite number, that the universe uses in explaining a lot of things as regarding to the elements. Now, okay, so we all know that we have 4 basic elements that we can see around us. Alright, you feel me? So now these 4 elements respectively are fire, air, earth, and water. Okay, you feel me? Starting from here to here. So over here is the left brain, which is the logic brain, the right brain, which is the creative brain. So now the right brain, which is the creative brain, deals more with fire and water. Alright, you feel me? And the earth brain and the logical brain deals more with earth and air. So now, if you are a zodiac sign that falls under earth or air, you're going to be more of a analytical person by default. This is your default strength. Now, this does not mean that you're not going to have right brain tendencies or right brain energies, but this is what's going to mean. If I'm just being nice, in the proportion of division of which you would have more than which, it's going to be more like a 70 to 30 by default. Okay, so you're going to find yourself be more, maybe if you're let's imagine you're a Gemini, you're going to find yourself being more practical than you find yourself being more spiritual or creative. You feel me? So it's just what it is. Okay, you feel me? But there's a degree to everything, and then those degrees can be explained with the modalities which I stated earlier about the cardinal, fixed, and mutable, which represents what position on this new sector that you carry. All right, so boom, with all that being said, now this is just an intro. Now let me go in. So first things first, right? The left brain, all right, the left brain here deals with logic. Okay, once again, I might not be able to write a lot of things down, but the left brain, and I'm gonna write A here. A means air. The left brain is air and earth, so I'm gonna write A and E over here, just to keep it short and simple. A and E. All right, so boom. And then on the right brain area, I'm gonna write F, which is fire. I'm using a lot of colors to write so that the colors can answer many of the questions. Forget about the dogs. Y'all ain't new to this shit. Y'all understand what these dogs be doing every day. So now water. Let me use green for water, even though water ain't green. I'm gonna just use that to differentiate. Now boom. Okay, now you can see that the left brain, which is okay, first things first, right? Now, what is the difference between air and earth, you might ask? Okay, now this is what it is. Now I already told you that we have the left brain, which is the logic, and the right, which is the creative. Now, the brains are both in this diagram. You can see here, the ones on top, which is air and fire. This is your yang brain, yang, right? And the ones below this, which is your water and earth, this is your yin brain. This makes your yin brain. What's the difference between the yin and yang brain? Yin is feminine. Okay, just yin means feminine, and then when you think of feminine, you think more of feminine energy, more of that. The way I like to look at feminine energy is more like magnetic energy, and I like to look at masculine energy as electric energy. But I don't want you to get it too complicated. Feminine energy is is more like the attracting energy. Masculine energy is more like the going after energy. All right, you feel me? It's more like the desiring. But this works to a degree. All right. But I believe that, by the way I explain these things further going into this topic, you would, be able to see a buttressing of my point. Anyways, let's proceed. So now, boom. So now the air brain, right, deals a lot more with, I'm gonna just keep this simple before I go further into explaining. The air brain is, deals with logic. Okay, the brains that have the air side. I'm gonna touch more on the astrological aspects ASAP. But the air brains deal with logic, all right, logic and rationality, right? Rationality. Okay, it's not gonna write all of that down, but you could take your notes. The earth brain, on the other hand, deals with practicality, practical, and making sense of things, practical, being very dedicated and focused, very dedicated, patient, and focused towards making sense of the things, achieving things you want to achieve. Boom. All right. The fire brain, on the other hand, deals with spirituality and feelings. Spirituality and feelings. And the water side of the brain deals with emotions. When I say fire brain, I don't mean the brain that is hot. I mean all of this in a mental aspect, okay? I don't mean this in a physical aspect, basically. Anyway, so the water brain now deals with, the soul, or rather emotion. Emotion is the key word, all right? So if I want to, in summary, pick significant words for what the individual, the yin left brain and the yang left brain, or the yin right brain and the yang right brain do, I'm gonna tell you this now. The yin left brain is, practical. The yang left brain is logic. The yin right brain is emotional, and the yang right brain is spiritual. All right, what do I mean? Practicality, earth, that is making sense of things, earth. Logic, air. All right, rationality, that's yes, air. Emotion, water, and feelings, fire. All right, you feel me? So now, what zodiac signs are responsible or fall under the category of these stated things? All right, before I tell you that, I would like to let you understand that another difference that you might need to put in your mind about the difference between the left and the right brain is this. This board might not have enough space, but I'm gonna just manage this shit regardless. All right, so boom. The left brain is more of the conscious brain, okay? Conscious. And the right brain is more of the subconscious brain. All right, you feel me? Now, what is the difference between conscious and subconscious? Subconscious, right? Conscious rather is making more, being able to do things more in a linear perspective, being able to think of things and like basically doing more things that are that are very third dimensionally related. Subconscious are doing more things that are more esoterically or rather spiritually dedicated. How I'm gonna put this? Another way I can break this down in a very easy way is maybe like saying more psyche, like more psyche being subconscious, and conscious being more like basically more practical, or basically more 3Ds, like 3D and 4D, if I put it that way. Some people might be like, what's he saying? What I'm trying to say in essence is the conscious brain has a lot to do with more making sense of things more in a third dimensional linear third dimensional linear perspective, and the subconscious brain deals a lot more with making sense of things, not necessarily making sense of things, but even making sense of things in a more psychical approach, in a more non-third dimensional approach, more like more, you can say, spiritual approach if you want to. You can say more emotional approach, right? So it's like that which is physical versus that which is non-physical. That's the way I like to put it, okay? You feel me? So that's the way I explain it to myself, that makes me drive this point home as basic as possible to my mind. So boom. So that's the difference between conscious and subconscious. You can also say conscious is more things you use your brain to really think about. Subconscious is the things you use more of your intuition to think about, so you see, to feel about. So you see there's a difference, thinking and feeling. It's like more, the densities are different. One is higher in density, the other one is lower in density. By lower in density, I mean more earth-like, more practical, more third dimensional. The one higher in density is more feeling like, okay? It's just like saying the moon and the sun. The sun is more conscious, the moon is more subconscious. That's the energies I'm trying to relay here. But now, with that being said and with that being stated, I'm gonna go further to explain now the science. So you must understand that this is now crazy. Now you might ask, what is all this? What are these circles I drew here? Now these circles represent the houses. Okay, now you might ask, see, there's 12 houses in astrology, okay? As you might be aware, if you ever read a natal chart, you might hear somebody say 12th house, 6th house. Now, I need you to understand that all the houses are respectively associated, right, with a certain what am I call it now? All the houses are respectively associated with a certain zodiac sign. Okay, all the houses. And now there's something I need to draw. I need to draw a wheel. But what I'm gonna clean off right now? Damn, man. Shit. I need to draw something right now. Okay, I think I'm finna clean off this side. Alright, I'm finna clean off this side just to make my point. Alright, so I'm gonna utilize this area for something I'm about to draw now. So we have 12 houses in astrology respectively, alright? So this will help me explain something very practical to you guys now, right? And once again, please take notes so that it can be more definitive to you, but I'm gonna be as linguistically explanatory as possible. Now, so the 12 houses here, I'm gonna just put my little drawing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, no, hold on, shit. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 houses. So now you must understand that the first house to the 12th house, respectively, the first house collects the attributes of Aries, and the 12th house collects the attributes of Pisces, and it goes on to the rest of the houses. What do I mean? I mean that if you look very well here, according to the elements, right? Now I'm gonna just make this very explainable. We have the fire elements, I could draw it, but I'm gonna just write it so you can understand it better. Fire, this is fire here. We have earth, right? This is fire, this is earth. This is, let me say, water. And this is air, in no respective order though. Right? Fire, earth, water, and air. Alright? I told you that I'm gonna write this stuff in color. But anyways, man, you'll get the point. Alright, let me just do this in color so that the people at the back might have a proper... I say, faster! But you said... So this is fire. Alright, water, earth, air. Alright? So now, air in blue. I hope you can see that clearly here. Air. A-I-R. Air. And this is water. Alright. So, these elements respectively carry 3 of the houses. Alright, 3 of the houses. And all the houses are respectively dedicated to these different aspects of the brain. What am I saying in essence? Alright. The first house, 5th house, and the 9th house are respectively in the fire side of the, that's in the yang side of the right brain. So we have, you know, the 1st house, 5th house, and 9th house. Okay, in the yang aspects of the yang aspects of the right brain. Okay, so yang means the masculine creative brain. Masculine means going after things, enforcing, electrical, desiring things. Feminine, which is yin, means attracting things. So this is the creative brain that does. This is the creative brain that attracts. You know, you feel me? So boom. All right. So the masculine part of the right brain is fire, and the houses that rule the masculine side is 1, 5, and 9. And I'm gonna go in here in this aspect right now. Once I'm done explaining this, I'm gonna go into explaining what this other sides mean. Okay, but first things first. 1, 5, and 9. All right. So that's the 1st and 5th and 9th house respectively are the masculine creative brain. What do I mean in essence? The 1st house is ruled by Aries. All right. The 1st house is ruled by Aries. Let me just draw the Aries sign there. We'll have a small black marker. The 1st house is ruled by Aries. The 5th house is ruled by 5th house is ruled by Leo. All right, Leo. The 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius. Okay, you feel me? So Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius respectively are, you know, the fire signs. Okay, so these are masculine energies. They are all masculine signs. These are signs that know how to go after things. They are the signs that go out, create. They are enforcers. They know how to create things. They don't need to wait for you necessarily. They are the ones that make things happen. They go. They are the creators. They are the inventors of ideas and things of that nature. Right? So boom. This is why you see maybe like an Aries now being. An Aries is a. All right. So now let me put this here. Now you see this. An Aries is a cardinal. All right. Cardinal is, once again, I talked about this being 3 modalities. So all the cardinal signs are going to be at the beginning of this. So the cardinal signs here, cardinal is the enforcer. Aries doesn't need to wait for you. And if you can see in the zodiac calendar that I have here, in this thing I have here, in this little wheel, number 1 here is Aries, okay? Aries. There's a reason why Aries is the first day of the year. The first month of the year is actually in March 21st, right? That is because that is Aries in the zodiac calendar. That's the beginning of the year for real. Like, that's what it is. So Aries, basically, that energy rubs off on Aries. You must understand that as above, so below, as within, so without. So these things that represent themselves are really representatives of our characteristics here. So Aries is cardinal. Cardinal means those who create the action, those who create the thing. So Aries is masculine, a creator, and a fire sign. Fire sign, yang brain. You know, yang being masculine, fire being creating, you know, feeling. So they create the ideas, they feel it, okay? And you must understand something. The hierarchy of how the elements go according to creation. And I'm going to get to everything I've been saying. It starts from here, you know, feeling, okay? Okay, let me just put, this is the borderline, all right? It starts from the feeling, all right? And it goes from the feeling, right, to the logic, all right? Basically, I can't draw this, but I'm gonna just say it straight up. It goes from feeling, right? You feel things. So I'm gonna just put, maybe I'm gonna put here hot, all right? Hot. The temperature will tell you what I'm about to say better. Feeling hot. Air, low. Look, I'm gonna just say feeling is hot. Air is low heat, all right? Then now it goes from fire to air to earth to water back to fire. So it's like feeling, that is hot, to air, which is logic. When you feel something and then you think about it after feeling it, because it comes from the realm of feeling to now the realm of thought. You attract it, you go after it and bring it from, you know, the realm of feeling to the realm of thought. And then boom, fire, air, you logically understand it, you know, you make sense of it in your mind logically, boom. And then it goes to, you know, and I remember, like I said, this is hot, this is low hot. Now this here is low cold, low cool. Okay, as earth. Now earth is low cool. Now the information has now been condensing, is getting in density. Now it's getting lower in density, and then it gets to earth, and then you practicalize it, you make sense out of it, you do the things, you act upon that which you have felt. Feeling has approved it, you have thought about it, okay, you've logically approved it, and now you're acting upon it, boom. So that's earth, which is low cool. And then water now is cool. Water is after you thought about it and you're done with it. So now you send the information back, you know, to fire, and it starts again. So water can be referred to as cool. Okay, so in summary, this is hot, heat, low cool, and cool. Intensity of how information spreads. So you must understand, in summary, what I said, this creates the information, this makes sense of it, this practicalizes it, and this sends it back, and this starts again. So it's a cycle, all right, from right brain to left brain, to the left brain to the right brain back. Okay, but anyways, without that being said, now I'm done with that aspect. Let me go on further explaining what I was saying earlier. So now we have the cardinal being Aries being the starters, and now we have the fixed being Leo. Leos are not really people who might necessarily be so interested in starting events, but they are very good at building upon events that have been started already. You know, you feel me? Any fixed sign basically. So it's boom. All right. Then Sagittarius, on the other hand, is mutable. Sagittarius is good at, you know, finding ways to create things. You know, finding ways to create things and shape their ways in and through and things of that nature. They have seen the future. It's ruled by Jupiter, so they have a sense of, you know, seeing the future. But in summary, all these are masculine signs. So like I said, they are creators. They create scenarios. Sagittarius loves to, you know, be the entertainer, or rather be the person who creates fun and excitement in relationships or things of that nature. Leo likes to be the person who is praised at all times. You know, they might not necessarily want to work for it, but they want you to praise them for it. You know, it's like Leo wants to be, you know, Leo is entertaining too, but they like, basically, these three signs, like, they don't want your help. All right, that's just what it is, because fire is the creator. So it's like telling the creator that you need to help the creator. Why will you do that? So that's like basically like the idea. Every sign is individually powerful in their own minds, but what I'm just trying to say in essence is that is one power that, you know, the fire signs, especially that they are being masculine, have, because they are the ones who create the things. Right? You feel me? They initiate, rather, okay, they initiate the action. All right, you feel me? So with that being said, now, so like I said, that is first house. We have first house, we have fifth house, and we have ninth house. All right, first house, fifth house, and ninth house respectively. Let me just draw this line here, draw this here, draw this here, boom. So anyway, so that is in summary. So the first house deals with what is it again? You can say, I don't think I can write this down, but the first house deals with, you know, what's the keyword I'm gonna use for the first house now? Give me a second, fam. All right. Okay. All right. The first house deals more with personal identity and things of that nature. You know, you can also say, you know, it deals with appearance, okay, and, you know, the personality, persona. All right, so that's the first house. Now, boom. So that's for the first house. The fifth house now deals more with, you know, self-expression. You know, you know, fun. You know, things of that nature. Entertainer. You know, that's Leo. Okay, you feel me? Okay, so it's about that self, but then they like to express things which come from their self, because Leos are very Leos have a lot of fun with themselves. And basically, when I mean fun with themselves, I mean they're very entertaining to themselves, because Leos are like the sun. All right, so once again, these are creator signs, initiator signs, fire signs. Okay, boom. With that being said, now let me go on to the next one. I think I explained this very well. So I told you the characteristics of these three. All right, you feel me? Respectively, Aries being, you know, self-identity, right? Aries being self-identity, all right, personal identity. Leo being self-expression, and Sagittarius being, you know, inspiration, growth, inspirer, growth, you know, expanders, travelers, you know. But that's the idea. But in summary, these are all people who create. They don't need your help. Anyway, with that being said, when I say they don't need your help, I don't mean if you see someone who's broke or something and you ask him, are you a Sagittarius? And you say, yeah, okay, I'm not helping. You know, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. I need you to, you know, take away a certain, you know, third dimensional way of understanding things. I need you to be more, you know, mental and, you know, very esoteric in your approach. Even though this is not even something which is so esoteric, but then it's really very explanatory. Anyways, with that being said, without wasting further time, now, that is the fire. Like I said, these are all the characteristics I can actually explain on the fire. Now let me move on to the air. Now, as you can see, like I said, the way the circadian rhythm works astrologically through the brain is circadian rhythm basically means flow of, you know, information from left to right or from up to down and then from down to up and up to down and down to up. That's what the circadian rhythm is. All right, it means like harmonious flow. So now it goes from cardinal, fixed to mutable. All right, so boom. Now it now goes to air. It felt the information because fire deals with feelings, spirituality and feelings. Now you have to logically make sense, or basically logically, yeah, or rationally create the, logically take the information from that density to a lighter density. Okay, take the information to another density, you know, that, you know, now it's cool. You've cooled down the fire a bit so that because now it's so hot, you've cooled it down a bit so that you can be able to see clearly what you're talking about in a very practical sense. You know, feel me? So now, boom. So now we will have the cardinal air, all right, the fixed air and the mutable air respectively. So now what is the cardinal air? Cardinal air will be, the air signs respectively are Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. So cardinal air will be Libra. All right, Libra. So Libra will be the 7th house. Let me change my marker. Libra is the 7th house, Aquarius is the 11th house, Gemini is the 3rd house. So Libra is the 7th house, Aquarius is the 11th house, Gemini is the 3rd house, respectively. How you feel me? So, what do I mean? What do I mean? Foster, what do you mean? All right, what I mean in essence is this, all right? Let me just draw their sign. Libra, balance. You know, I don't know if you have this, if you know how to draw the signs, but you can't see this thing. Aquarius, water bearer, Gemini, you know, looking like number 2 Roman numerals. Anyways, so now, like I said, Libra will be the cardinal. Aquarius will be the fixed. Once again, fixed are the signs that don't necessarily like your opinion, man. Leos, they don't like your opinion. Even if they are wrong, they will always accept that they are right. That's a Leo, that's a Leo, that's an Aquarius, that is also a Scorpio, and that is also a Taurus. You can also use this as a stubborn signs, all right? And when I mean stubborn, don't look at this in a very in a confusing way. No, I mean stubborn by like they don't necessarily, they are not mutable, neither are they cardinal. So what that means is that they are not collecting information to, they are not starting the thing, neither are they preparing to end the thing. They are okay because they know that they always have a cardinal and a mutable sign, you know, like, you know, there. So it's like, sure, like I have people guarding me or some shit like that. Like, do you get it? Do you get it? Like, this is in a very literal terms. Once again, let free of your third dimensional way of understanding things. Look at it more in, what is he saying? Okay, now I get it. Like, look at it more in the placements of what I've explained all through this video. If you don't understand this thing, please, I urge you to go back, watch this video again, and maybe you understand it better, because I believe I've explained this thing in a very literal way. Now, in a very literal sense. Now, so cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Gemini is mutable, all right? Hope you can see that. Gemini is mutable. Anyways, if you can't see it, just take notes as I'm speaking. So Gemini is mutable. What does this mean? Like I said, the air signs are the signs that are very, the air signs are the signs that, you know, rationality, they think, when the information has come from this heat, now it goes to low heat. It's condensing. It's becoming condensed. It's densing so that the information can be made sense out of and then taken back. Once again, circadian rhythm, like I mentioned. So boom. So it starts with Libras. Libras are, you know, where I'm gonna put this now. So this now is the yang, still the masculine, the yang logic brain this time now. So you must understand that first of all, it came from the right brain, which is, the right brain has to do more with. You can also say the right brain is the feminine brain and the left brain is the masculine brain if you want to, but I like to put it more like the right brain, you know, create spirituality and creativity, which is more of a feminine aspect, and then the left brain, which is more logic, which is more of a masculine aspect, you feel me? But anyways, I don't want to make you confused by saying if right brain is logic, then why is the yang logic? No. Alright, I just want you to understand that. You can also say that it's like, I mean, if the right brain is masculine, why is yang masculine? No. Right? No, that's not what I mean. But I'm trying to tell you that it's like it's the dualities to the way the things are, and these dualities the positive side of the duality will always represent, you know, the ones the going after. The negative side of the duality will one side of the duality will always represent attracting. The other side of the duality will always represent, you know, desiring, which is doing. Attracting, which is feeling. The desire, which is doing. Anyways, with that being said, now cardinal. So cardinal is Libra. All right, we have Libras being the cardinal air. So what does this mean? They are good at creating groups. They are good at creating friendships. They are good at creating relationships. They are good at creating, you know, things of that nature. Hold on, give me a second. So I think, boom. Okay, they are good at creating groups. They are good at creating friendships. You know, they are good at initiating a gang, a cult. Cardinals know how to. Libras know how to make a cult out of something. Hold on, let me. This is noisy. Alright, you feel me? So they are good at creating. They are good at creating a cult, a group. You get me? Things of that nature. Now, what I mean a cult, a group, basically, if you notice Libras are good at gathering together teams. Alright, but this is the air. Air deals with compassion, feeling necessarily, like using the heart, feeling things into existence and reality. Damn, man, everything's just making noise. Anyways, so boom, that's Libra, right? That's Libra energy, right? Rationality, Libra. When I mean rationality, that's the thing about air signs, rationality. So, rationality basically means more like using the heart to feel what other people feel, the problems of other people. Basically, that's what you understand about a Libra, a Gemini, and a Libra, a Aquarius, and a Gemini, respectively. So once again, like I said, so the circadian rhythm starts through here, Aries. So it goes from Aries to Leo to Sagittarius, and then it comes to Libra, and then it comes to Aquarius, and then Gemini. So boom. So in summary, that's the thing. So Aquariuses are more, you know, like I said earlier, Aquariuses are more they cut the fix. So it's like the stubborn signs. What does this mean? Aquarius are more like they know what's going on with society, but they're not, you know, they like, what is their mindset? Aquarius is always going to do what is in their mind. They don't necessarily like you to tell them opinions. No, it's like they are die-hard, more like a conscious leader, humanitarian, who sticks for what they know, and they are bold enough to speak about what they know. All these houses in the areas are communicators. They are speakers. You know, they are often speakers in one way, shape, or form. They have a lot to do with, you know, being around people and social houses. This is like the social house. They are social. So anyway, so this is the air part of the brain, the air part of the left brain, and this explains, you know, and Gemini on the other hand is more compassionate, dual nature, relating to people. So if you notice, what's the similarity with these three houses? Relationship, relativity, all right, in social aspects, in groups. These are people who deal very well with society, all right, you feel me? But anyways, with that being said, in summary, like I said, the air brain deals more with, like I said, rationality, logic. Okay, so it deals more a lot with, you know, making sense of that which has been condensed in level 1 condensation from fire to air. So now next up, so now you see that. So now, like I said, this deals with so the houses now, this is 159. The houses will be 7, 11, and 3. All right, the houses here will be 7, 11, and 3. 7, 11, and 3. All right. So, and I'm following the order I'm following for this is the order for this. All right, hold on. No. Damn. Shit. All right, give me a sec. Let me just follow. Make sure I'm following the order. All right. Yeah, I thought this video was gonna be short, but anyways, man, it's information, man. I just gotta make sure I bring out. Helicopter always flying over my house. Anyways, so yeah, this is Earth. Anyways, now with all that being said, so boom, we have 7 Libra, 11 Aquarius, and 3. All right, cardinal fixed mutable, cardinal fixed mutable. All right, following the circadian rhythm all the way to the most dense elements. You know, no, Earth is actually meant to be here in this order. Since I'm following this order, Earth. All right. And then we have water. You see it, you feel it, you understand it. So this is fire, air, earth, water. And no, this is now not, it's not really according to density. This is according now to the circadian rhythm of this flow that I've just shown you here. Alright, so boom, this gives me room to even make my chart bigger. Wonderful. I can actually explain. Now this gives me room to explain my charts properly, right? This is the chart of the houses, okay, in the way you see it in the natal chart, all right? This is chart of the houses, so it's going to be a little bit different from the brain, you know, from the brain's own. So this is the chart of the houses. Now, if you see the chart of the houses, let me use the color to take my point home. So it's going to be first house, which is fire, second, third, fourth, fifth house. First house is Aries, fifth house is Leo, 6, 7, 8, 9 house is Sagittarius. Boom. All right. What's next? Second house, that's Earth. Boom. Second house is Taurus. Sixth house is Virgo. 10th house is Capricorn. Boom. Proceed. Next up after fire, Earth. Third house. What's third house? Gemini, air. Gemini is third house. 7th house is Libra. 11th house is Aquarius. Boom. What's next? Next is water, right? 4th house, Cancer. 8th house, Scorpio. 12th house, Pisces. Alright, like this is just like how I like to explain it. It makes so much sense whenever I do it that way, you feel me? So boom, green, blue, red. Alright. Let's make sure that y'all are I like to explain things in the most practical way possible, you feel me? Like, cause like I like to explain things how I would like to be explained. Because I'm the type of person, if you tell me something, I'm like, what? What did you say? What? You know, so I like to explain things how I like to be taught things. You feel me? So it's like, definitely, I'm a Virgo. So this deals a lot with patience. Like, I'm very patient. I don't care how long it takes, but I want to learn the full thing. Alright, you feel me? So like, this is a chart, you know, that really explains this whole thing. I love this chart. It looks beautiful. Anyways, next up. So boom, like I said in the circadian from fire to air. Now, Earth. What is Earth? Now, so I already explained to you guys what cardinal, fixed, and mutable means, right? So now in Earth, now the Earth signs, the cardinal Earth will be a Capricorn, all right? So this board might not be able to take it all, but cardinal will be Capricorn, fixed in this hand will be Taurus, and mutable will be Virgo, all right? So boom, Capricorn is 10th house. I'm gonna just put this here, 10. Let me draw the sign of Capricorn. Boom. The sign of what's it? Fixed Taurus. This is the sign of Taurus, and this is the sign of Virgo, like an M that has a P at the end. Boom. All right. So this is 10th house. Taurus is 2nd house. Virgo is 6th house. All right. So now, what is it about Earth? I told you now. So in this is condensation of information through the circadian rhythm. Now, so the circadian rhythm of life, of thoughts. You can say as above, so below. So in the constellation, it could be circadian rhythm of the day and time and motion of the sun and the moon. In the circadian rhythm of mindsets, of thoughts, it could be the flow of information. You know, the way information comes and the way information goes out, meaning that it comes through the fire and then it processes through the air and then it cools down through the earth and then it leaves through the water. You feel me? So it's like water is what you use to send the information back out. Water sends it out, fire brings it in. Alright, you feel me? And then air cools it down, makes sense of it, water practicalizes it, and earth practicalizes it, and water sends it back out. So now, we're in the practical house now. Practical house is earth. So now, in practical house being earth, you must understand that that's how I have E. Practical, making sense of things. Alright, so we have our Virgo being the mutable, Taurus fixed, Capricorn cardinal. Alright, so what do I mean by this now? Capricorn is cardinal, means that Capricorn are good at initiating practical. When I mean practical things, I mean things that are in this density, right? This like low density, this third dimension, right? Being able to make sense of things the most. So if you notice, okay, let me see what's the similarities now. Taurus, Capricorn are the people who are very business savvy, man. They are very excellent with business ideas and things of that nature. You know, because they are very excellent with organizing business teams, things that involve creating structures that, you know, make financial stability, comfort, you know, building structures, building businesses. This is where you have Capricorn. Nobody really fights with them about these areas, you know, this is Capricorn. So they are cardinal. They initiate things. Capricorn are the type of people that you guys might just be chilling in the house, and the next thing they'll say, yo, why are you lazy? We haven't worked on this thing all day. Boom. It's like they have this thought that is always telling them to start things. Okay, that's basically what this implies. So boom. After this information has been logically made sense out of in the air side of the brain, it now comes here to the earth side of the brain, to earth, to now practicalize this information that already condensed from fire to earth now. So Capricorn take that stand of being the first person to now say, I need to do this. Why? Because it has now been already, they've gone through the metamorphosis in quotes, I'm just being very I'm being analogical. It has gone through the metamorphosis of the fire air aspects, and now they are the first to receive it in the air aspect. So boom, I need to make sense of this. Boom. So that's Capricorn, okay? They make sense of things. And now this is the yin brain once again. This is the feminine aspects of the brain. So the feminine aspects of the brain, and this is the aspect that a lot more with attraction. They attract a lot. It's attraction, electromagnetism, okay? It's attraction. But anyways, I'm gonna just, so one thing I say electromagnetism, don't get me wrong and say, oh, these other brains are not. No. I'm trying to explain with characteristics. So don't look at this more in a literally physical terms. Look at it more in a mental terms of how people manifest things, how things are relayed, right? You feel me? You can also, if you want to go deeper, look at things in the way the constellation work, the different planets work, and then which constellation is more of a constellation to attract or to feel and manifest things, which constellation is more of a constellation to do things, which one supports more of the energy. For example, if it was in a Mars, if it's on a Mars like an Aries constellation, that's the best time to do things. If it was in a Pisces constellation, that's the best time to feel things. But anyways, I'm gonna just keep that at the back. Now, so anyways, with all that being said, Capricorn are good at starting businesses. This is the practical house. So this is the physical practicalizing things. Taurus are good at fixed. What I said, I always talk about the fixed being the stubborn guys. Okay, Taurus don't like you to help them with their business. All the earth signs are business pros. You feel me? Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. They know how to manifest things in the third dimension easily. They know how to attract feminine energy. They feel things. It's like you might notice your friend who's a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. All of a sudden, like these people like me, they know how to manifest cash and manifest these things easier. It's because of that energy. Okay, so it just depends on where they have it. Though they might have it as if they have it as a sun, that plays a part. If they have it as a moon, that plays an important part too. If they have it as a what could I say? Which other planets do I know that help in manifesting wealth? If they even have it as a Mars, if their Mars is in one of these, is Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, that plays a great part too in the manifesting wealth and things of that nature. I can't think of something else now, but I want to just focus. So Taurus, they don't like to collect help from other people. All the Tauruses I know, when it deals to practical things, they don't want you to help them and carry their bag. A Taurus will never call you and say, please, can you? No. They're stubborn, man. They're like all the signs. Taurus, Aquarius, Leos, Scorpios. These people they don't need your help. They don't want you to call. No, they don't, unless they ask you, all right? But they don't naturally. If you help them out, they can actually, they can be like, thanks. But they're like, why is this guy helping me, man? I could do this shit by myself. Fixed. That's the difference between fixed as contrasting to cardinal or mutable. Anyways, with that being said, Taurus, okay, that's Taurus, Earth, practicalizing things their own way. Now, Virgo, on the other hand, is mutable. Virgo is mutable. Mutable means preparing to go to the next flow of the circadian rhythm. So, Virgo being mutable means that Virgos are preparing to send things back out. All right, but I'm gonna put it this way: Virgos are. This is like from hot. This is the line of heat. Aries is the most hot. Pisces is the most cool. Aries is the most hot. Pisces is like the most cool. Let's put that away. So it's like this is the bridge between hot and cool, right? That is April. That is March, February, March. February, end of the year. February to March, end of the year / beginning of the new year. So boom, mutable Virgos, practicalizing work and service to other people. They are ready to help you. They are ready to help. They are ready to help, to teach, because they are ready to send the information back out. They're ready to help, teach, sending information out. Water is a vehicle to send information back out. Fire is a vehicle to bring the information in. So you must understand that so being that Virgo is mutable, being close to water and the circadian rhythm, they send the information back out. So in all that being said, right, I just don't want to make it as lengthy. Now, Earth, in summary, like I said, you all should have the practical understanding of fixed, mutable, cardinal, fixed, and mutable at this point. Okay, so now in summary, according to this pattern that I'm following all the way down here from the circadian rhythm. All right, let me draw this arrow, and let me just title this here: circadian rhythmic flow. Okay, so this is circadian rhythmic flow. Okay, you feel me, from up to down. All right, you feel me? So boom. So which means that it is always cardinal, fixed, mutable. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Okay, as dealing with the brain, not as dealing with the houses, the arrangement of the houses in the astral chart. So anyways, now Earth. So the cardinal for Earth, like I said, Capricorn, so we have it here, 10th house. Like I said, all houses are related to, if you want to understand houses, understand what constellation deals with the houses. So Capricorn, 10th house, 2nd house, Taurus, and 6th house, Virgo, you feel me? So boom, this is how it works. So now next up, finally, we have the water signs. Let me just go into the water signs without wasting time. This video is getting into 50 minutes, oh my god. All right, I'm gonna be quick with this and I'm gonna be straight up. So so I didn't mention something, right? 7th house, the keyword for 7th house, you can say, you know, more like partnerships, you know, partnerships, relationships, things of that nature, marrying, pairing, friendships. The keyword for 11th house deals more with, groups, friends. Okay, I think I said all that. And the keyword for 3rd house deals more with communication, empathy, expression, and things of that nature. The keyword for 10th house, you can say, you know, 10th house is more like career, ambition, seriousness, dedication, goals, you know, status. You know, the keyword for what else? Second house, you can say, you know, values, self-worth, values, finances, you know, and then the keyword and pleasure as well. The keyword for 6th house is work and service. So now water. The water sign, according to the houses here, the arrangement of the houses here. For the water sign, what numbers have we not listed already? The water sign, we're going to have cardinal, fixed, and mutable is going to be 4th house, 8th house, and 12th house. All right, boom, 12th house. 4th house being Cancer, 8th house being Scorpio, and 12th house being Pisces. Okay, now what do you mean? These are the signs that are... Be very careful of water signs, because when water signs feel things, like I said, water is the vehicle that takes the information back to the ether. Fire brings it down, air makes sense of it, earth practicalizes it and sends it to water, water sends it out. So water signs are... Don't piss off a water sign, maybe someone who has a water moon, because moon deals more with emotions, so moon is actually stronger, more emotions than sun. So don't deal with don't mess with a water sign like that, all right? You feel me? And what I mean is every sign has their strength, but then this is the strength of water signs. They feel things out, especially not with a freaking Pisces, man. These people be dangerous as shit, or even a Cancer or a Scorpio, all of them. But the Pisces, oh my god. But anyways, all I'm trying to say is, look, damn, a relationship between a Pisces and a Virgo, don't do that shit, because now, first things first, that is like left brain, right brain. All right, left brain, right brain. So that's feminine. Feminine energy is a very powerful energy electromagnetically. So that's the energy that can beat you without physically beating you, just emotionally, spiritually defeating you. And that's some real shit. This is the alchemy of the relationships of signs. All right, this is and I'm gonna do a video about synastry later on, but synastry relates to how the zodiac signs have a relationship, a sexual relationship. When it's sexual, I mean planetary. Sex means a combination of energies, like a sexual relationship between the planets in ways they can actually become more powerful as a combo, as a team. So boom, like I said, Earth can practicalize something, make sense of an information and give it to water, and water will send it out. So if you ever hurt a water sign and they didn't do anything, you can notice maybe your day might just be going bad, man. You might just be working and your leg just do like this, or your car tire might have an accident or a dent on your car, or your phone falls and your screen cracks. This is the kind of manifestations of things about water, because water signs have the ability to actually feel, to emotionally connect more. And then what is emotions? What energy in motion? Above us is the firmament in liquid, in water. Below us is water. It's just still waters that are not, you know, under the influence of air, you know, so they don't flow, they are still. So you must understand that water is the most abundant and of all things. We are made of 80% water, right? So think about it. So the people who are more connected to water are the most, they're like spiritual messengers, man. Don't fuck with these people. Once again, Pisces, oh my god. Anyways, with that being said, all right, with that being said, so we have like I said in this order, cardinal, fixed, and mutable, right? Cardinal, fixed, mutable. So boom, we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. All right, so the sign for Cancer will be like that, 6 and 6, up and down 6. Scorpio will be what's the sign of Scorpio again, man? All right, like an M that has a hook, and then Pisces will be like this. All right, so that's the sign of both all of them. Now, like I said, now, so Cancer, Cardinal, they create the emotions. Scorpio, fixed, they stay on the emotions. Scorpio is like ice water sometimes. They like that. They stay on the emotions, you know. They oftentimes, they're still waters. They really hold it. Like I said, the stubborn signs, they keep that shit to themselves. They keep it a lot. They can have don't deal with a Scorpio because they are not so forgiving. All the middle signs are not easily forgiven, man. And what I mean by they can keep a lot of things in their mind a lot. Okay, and I'm not trying to demonize, please don't get me wrong. I love everybody. Everybody is powerful. They can keep a lot of things in their mind a lot. That's the negative polarity. The good polarity, the positive polarity of all the fixed signs is that they know how to, what's the keyword I'm gonna use here now? They know how to, give me a second. They know how to do things for you. They know how to do things for you the way they want to do it for themselves. You know, because they understand people, because they understand themselves. They are more emotionally, they live more internally, they live more within themselves. All the fixed signs live more, they have a sense of living more within themselves. If you notice Leo, Aquarius, you know, they have this sense of doing things their way. So it's like, you know, anyways, but you know, that being said, so boom, that's the Cancer. Cancer creates they are mutable, they are cardinal, so they create, right? You feel me? They create the soul, emotions, right, to send out back to the ether. Scorpio fixed, they are, you know, fixed, so it's like they can rest on those emotions. So it's like if a Scorpio, if you offend the Cancer, and they might just forgive you in time. You know, offend the Pisces are so forgiving. But listen, don't get me when I say so forgiving. What signs are not to be messed with? Don't get me. I don't even want to use the word offending. But then if such a scenario happens, because a lot of things I've said are analogies in this topic. So boom, if you offend a Scorpio, Scorpios can hold that thing. A Cancer might just leave it 2 weeks. They might leave you alone. Scorpio can keep that thing for 2 years. And because of it's the still waters that, and a Scorpio might be like, I don't want to be like that. But yeah, it's the nature at which you are. So if you have a Scorpio emotions, moon, or a Scorpio Mars, or a Scorpio sun, these are the kind of things that manifest towards the way you act around people and things of that nature, and emotional. All right, with that being said, so on the other hand, we now have Pisces. Pisces now are the final sign. Yin. Once again, these are yin signs, so yin signs represent feminine signs. So feminine signs are more electromagnetic signs. These attracting. These people don't need to work for things. All these signs at the bottom here, they don't even necessarily need to physically work. If they can use their minds and their hearts, they attract. The signs, on the other hand, here, they're good at physically achieving things. They're good at achieving things by going after things. So anyways, with that being said, so the right brain, water, feminine, means that creative attraction. The left brain means logical sense of attracting things. That's like, you know, see, Virgo, logically attracting information. Pisces, creatively, intuitively attracting information. All right, this is why as a Virgo I always have this problem. Like, if you ask me, I don't really understand maybe bring things like tarot reading to me. I'm like, it don't make sense to me, because like, if it's not logical enough, which is now bringing me to the left brain side of things, you see why left brain has a lot to do. Like, everybody needs to just understand that we are not the same. Everybody is not the same. Everybody has a reason for why they act the way they act. So we are not the same. So boom, you might ask me a Virgo, tarot, and I'll be like, what the hell is this tarot shit? I don't get how it works. On the other hand, the Pisces might tell you, you know, it's because of this intuition. This is how they found their information. It's not backed by logic. It's more backed like intuition. It's more backed by that very damn, man. Anyways, man, you see these signs, even from an Aries to Aries and Pisces have very strong intuitions. But anyways, with all that being said, boom. So that's in summary what it is, right? Pisces are mutable, getting ready to change, getting ready to, you know, Pisces is the final gateway before the information now. You know, Pisces is the reporters, the people that give the information to limit. You can say God. What I'm trying to say is, the information has come from Aries. They created it. It has condensed to Earth, and Earth has now taken it back to the circadian rhythm Pisces is the class captain who takes all the examination sheets and goes to report it to God, to the teacher. And Aries is the one who brings the examination sheets and drops on everybody's table. It's time for exam. You see, it's like that's just literally, in a literal sense, that's what it is. So with all that being said, fam, all right, with all that being said, this is the wheel on the natal chart in order to understand these signs, all right, you feel me? So in summary, like I said again, this is cardinal, the creators, all right, fixed, you see here as well, fixed and mutable. Cardinal, hold on, cardinal, fixed, mutable. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. So even if this arrangement is not the same as this arrangement, but you see that it still matches and it still makes a lot of sense regardless. All right, what do I mean? Boom. Aries, cardinal. Taurus, fixed. Gemini, mutable. Cancer, cardinal. What's fifth house? Leo, fixed. It's Virgo, mutable. Taurus, cardinal. Scorpio, fixed. Sagittarius, mutable. Capricorn, cardinal. Aquarius, fixed. Pisces, mutable. So with all that being said, fam, with all that being said, this is the spiritual house. This is the social house and rational or logic house. This is the practical house, and this is the emotional or soul house. So you must understand. So spirit and soul is different. Fire is more spirit, water is more soul, air is more logic, and earth is more practical. So that's the difference. Left brain, right brain, yin yang, feminine, masculine. This is a summary of all you need to understand about cranial astrology, people. All right. So like I said about fourth house deals more with privacy, domestic, family, things of that nature. Domestic, family, Cancer is that family, domestic, your roots, things like that, home. Eighth house deals more with secrets, sex, death, life, hidden, Pluto energy, rebirth, mysticism. 12th house, on the other hand, deals more with dreams, creativity, illusions, imaginations. That's Pisces, dreams, creativity, illusions. That's why I know Pisces musicians are often very creative, man. I salute all musicians who are Pisces. Pisces make a lot of great. If you have a Pisces in the creative aspects of your chart, that will show. Maybe if you have a Pisces South node, mark my words, if you have a Pisces South node, that's going to make you, in this lifetime, you notice how music is very easy for you. I have a Pisces South node, so I came here just knowing how to sing so easily. I necessarily don't even know how to play any instrument professionally, but I sing because of the Pisces South node. That means in your past life, South node means your past life's energies that you brought to this lifetime to use and help you achieve what you want to achieve with your North node in this lifetime. So in your past life, you master the art of creativity. So you're probably an artist, you know how to draw. I want you to check your sign. If you notice that you're just overly creative and you don't know how you got that creative energy through any experiences, through growing up or things like that, you don't necessarily, you might have a Pisces South node or some energy, creative energy that involves your Pisces. So with all that being said, fam, this is a rundown of this which I showed you. This was the topic. If you ever saw this book, this is what I'm teaching to you guys now. This is a rundown of the cranial astrology of the brain, understanding as above so below, and how this relates to our characteristics of individuals. So I hope this changed your perspective. I hope this has convinced you and not confused you, and also to understand that we are all unique in our ways. We should not be looking at people and say, oh, Pisces, they are crazy. Oh, Libras, they are this. Oh, Virgos, they are too this. No. If we work together as a team, if you learn, imagine you got a 12-man team. And this is what this, Masons and all these occultic people, they do. But understand this, if you got a 12-man team, and on the 12-man team you got, everybody was an individual sign. Everybody has a unique, maybe like a sun sign, for example. And then you guys all came together and created an idea. Manifesting is going to be crazy because we are planets. Just like how planets work, humans work that way. So imagine where there's 12 of us. 12 of us. We came together and they held hands, and we're thinking of a common goal or a common idea. We already have all the planetary energy together to make that idea come into fruition. Are you thinking of what I'm thinking? So it's like we don't need to bother about the fire energies because boom, these guys give it to us. We don't need to bother about the feelings and the emotions because boom, these guys give it to us. We don't need to bother about practicality. Boom, they give us and boom, So all that being said, fam, multi-dimensional, tuned out from the School of Thought. Like, comment, and subscribe if you found this useful. And I'll see you again in the next class.
All day, all night, all year long, I run my world on limitation. Focus on my meditation, man, I tune into a higher vibrate. So me get to channel all this energy, watch it flow through me from another dimension. There's no pressure, no pressure, no. There's no pressure. Me never feel no pressure.